What's up, guys? Welcome back. I wanted to give you a little bit of a Monday opportunity in a coin that I think has 100x potential. I'm going to break it down for you. We're going to do it live here. And, people are always asking me, dude, what coin? What do you think about this coin? What do you think about that coin? Today, I'm giving you that coin pick. And I think you should remain incredibly bullish over the next few weeks, months on this particular coin. I'm looking at this coin to be one of my personal best investments. We're going to be diving into it more and more over the next few weeks. But I also wanted to give you guys an idea of a couple different things on like why I'm so bullish on this coin. So let's jump right into it, guys. Go ahead and let me know because this is the most unpopular topic I ever cover here on this channel. Yet, as you guys see, I have it pulled up for you. Neo is a coin that I am incredibly bullish on. This is my 100x coin, and I think people that are looking to get in on a coin with 100x potential, this is the coin. And let's just kind of dive in why. Let's show you kind of why I'm so bullish about this particular coin, why the chart might be a bit deceiving, and let's look into kind of like where we're going with this market cap here. So for one, Neo is a decade old project. Okay, it's been around. It was formerly Ant Shares, which was like one of 4 or 5 projects early on in the crypto world that got started. It was a coin made by um, a Chinese backed development team that was kind of getting the Ethereum idea going before Ethereum did, in a sense, or at least around the same time. And this coin has been on my radar for forever. Okay, and there's a lot of reasons why. We're going to brush up on them a little bit here, but we're going to do some deeper dives in it a lot more because I think this coin is probably one that is going to start taking off pretty quick. I think that the more we see cross chain compatibility and interactions with the Ethereum virtual machine, which is the kind of the main player in the smart contract world, I think we're going to get some overflows of liquidity and volumes coming to this coin quicker than anybody thinks. Quicker than anybody thinks. Now, first off, Neo is sitting at about $5.51. Like I said, it's a decade-old project with a ongoing development in its upgrades and its ongoing development in its communication with the broader Neo community, which you can find at neo.org. And this coin in particular has been a coin that uh, does not seem to do a lot of marketing. There's not like a big push for uh, people trying to market this coin. In fact, I would go as far to say as I'm probably the only one talking about it, even on a semi regular basis. And if you guys have been in crypto for a while, you guys know that this at one point, this particular coin was in the top 10 and was a big gainer in 2017 and experienced a decent run in 2021. And as far as price, if you're wondering, the run in 2017 we're referencing is like 10 cents or under 10 cents, all the way up to 165, $185, depending on where you find the chart. And then it went down all the way to a little under $6. I think maybe even under to $5 briefly in 2018 after it crashed and rallied up all the way to upwards of 130, $140. It says 117, but again, a lot of these graphs they don't register the actual capitulation candlestick moment. So take it with a grain of salt. The market cap at this point, this high, was about 1.92 billion, and the market cap at 2018's high was approximately, I don't know why it's not showing up here. Volume 24. I guess that's the volume. I apologize. The volume was 455 million, and the volume in 2021 was 1.92 billion. So a volume that exceeds its current market cap at about, let's see what we're at here. Total market cap on NEO at the current moment. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place here. 196 was the all-time high. All-time low was 7 cents. So 7,491% gain. See if I can get you a market cap. Unlocked market cap. We'll say the market cap's about 400 million, somewhere around there. It has a total supply of 100 million NEO tokens. About 70 million are currently in supply. The volume's up about 14% in the last 24 hours compared to the market cap. And you know, I guess what I'm trying to say here is this is kind of just a brief video. We'll do some more NEO videos here as the price picks up. But right here, if you pull up the log chart, you'll see that you know, if we start seeing any type of altcoin rally as Bitcoin and Ethereum kind of run sideways, I think that this could be a narrative that returns very quickly at higher prices. And what do I mean by higher prices? Well, I think this thing could jump pretty rapidly, similar to what we've seen in Zcash, similar to what we've seen in Dash, um, over a quick period of time. And basically, you know, we experienced higher prices up just $25 at the end of last year. And we only really saw one big breaking point since the bear market, since Terra Luna and FTX collapsed, right down here where we crashed down to a little under $4 briefly. It came up pretty quick, it rebounded, but there was some kind of chatter on the internet, Reddit, and other places saying that, you know, that the Neo Foundation dumped a bunch of tokens, which they actually did not. It was actually a whale that dumped on Binance. And I think there were some people on the internet that were tracking this. I remember vaguely some people that had followed the wallet addresses and found that it was like not the Neo Foundation, but rather a whale that had been holding. And we've we're kind of at a bottom here with this coin. There's a bottom, a ground floor level to get in on this coin at around four to $6. It seems like, and I think just off this price chart, you know, we could spike to, you know, $50 relatively fast, which would put this coin at uh, somewhere in the ballpark of like a 9 to 12x, depending on, you know, if we went up to 60, you know, a little under 50 or whatnot. And I think this is a coin that people are going to start looking at in that range. So that's kind of why I'm trying to kind of preview it here on the channel. You know, we do a couple videos now and again. And, you know, I really suggest if you're looking and you're new to crypto, you can get this at crypto.com, just FYI. And, you know, you can buy it there. I transfer it off though, and I'm going to make another video on how to stake your Neo and get a yield off the gas generation, which is totally decentralized. It's completely non-custodial. Liquidity farming, I guess, would be the term. But it's a pretty cool project. And again, this is just a preview of it. We'll go do some deeper dive videos into it. But you know, as far as like the calculator I got pulled up right now, you know, you got a market cap of 3.89 million, right? That's a pretty small market cap in the world of crypto, for a coin that's been on the top 10, you know, in the top 20 last bull run. So you got, we'll put that as point 0.5, somewhere in the $500 million. Sorry, no, what am I doing here? Let's look at the market cap at 0.38, representing the market cap of the current price of Neo. Let's times it just because this calculator is kind of small, but we can carry the zeros obviously, right? And we can do a 20x gain. And that would only put the market cap at roughly 7.6 billion, which is like not very much, right? That's not very much in terms of like a crypto market cap. If you look at like the top 10 coins, which are in like 100 billion, 500 billion, and all the way down to like 30 billion. So this would be like 1/4 of the price of Doge in terms of market cap at 7.6 billion. But that same 5.52 times 20 would only put it almost half of its all-time high, um, back here, and respectively, around its all-time high here at 2021, which would be $110 price per Neo token. Not to mention, I always told you guys about my best gainer out of any coin, and that was the actual gas generation I was getting on my Neo yield, uh, completely non-custodial. All these people, they lost their money on FTX, and they were staking. I hear a lot of people now that are like leaving their coins on Coinbase to get a yield. But I mean, you can do the same thing with Neo. Basically, it's even better because you're not risking your funds for to leave it on any crypto exchange, right? And to reference what I'm talking about here, the price of gas, which is the token that you get from staking your Neo, using the voting mechanism smart contract, that can be found on neo.org. You're not risking leaving your funds on an exchange, and you're still getting a yield. And also, uh, this gas token was one of the only coins that spiked in 2023 that was even known to man for people in the crypto community, and it went up to 10x, went up to $21. And I told you, I went back and did some math. Had I just been buying Neo as my sole investment through the bear market and staking all my Neo, this price alone on this $2 to $21 gas price spike would have been over $100,000 staked and generated by just yielding the gain on staking my Neo in a non-custodial fashion, meaning I'm not putting any risk out there. I just am voting my Neo to using my deposit address without anybody knowing my private keys or giving an exchange permission to generate a yield using derivatives products. So the risk is completely risk-free. And we'll do some videos on that a little later, maybe today or next couple days or something like that. But this is my 100x coin. Okay, Neo is my 100x coin. 100 Neo times 100x times 5.52. Do you guys think that 5.52 times 100x is reasonable? It's $552 per coin, and it would also set the market cap currently that's sitting at 389, or I'm sorry, market cap of gas. Let's go back to Neo. The market cap of Neo would be at about 38 billion at that point, which again, that's in the top 10, but at the same time, 38 billion is a lot different now than if Bitcoin's sitting at 200, or if Bitcoin's sitting at, or the whole crypto market is sitting at like 8 trillion, right? The market cap right now is about 4 trillion. If that market cap doubles, 38 billion dollars for Neo might not sound so far-fetched, even though right now it would make it like a top 7 coin, top 6 coin. As you see, that would be the jump. You'd put it at spot number 7 or 8. But that's just where Dogecoin currently is at, right? So it's kind of a different way to look at it. I know a lot of guys are like counting this coin particularly out. But if you actually dive into the community and you start seeing like the stuff that's in the actual community of Neo, and you follow the history of this stuff and you look at the log chart, it might not seem so out of reach as it seems at the current moment. And like I said, it's only spot number 137. We saw Dash Coin rise all the way to the top 100 coins here just in the last 2 days. We saw Zcash do the same. And I am starting to see that like some of these older projects that are still around, that are still developing and upgrading their networks, and still have very active communities, these coins seem to be on the move. And like I said, if you look at the log chart, it doesn't look so scary. Like it's not. It looks like long-term holders that have been buying since under 10 cents are feeling pretty good. Even coin holders that have gotten in on some of these lower levels. Only presents an opportunity today at like $5.51 per coin. And for me, it's a little easier for me to talk about this coin because I've seen it at 180 bucks. I've seen it go from under $6 to over $100. So I've actually witnessed it myself. It's not just theoreticals, and that's why I'm trying to give you guys on a Monday an opportunity to look into this coin. Like I said, you can get it on crypto.com. You can get it on tons of different wallets. If you swap it for other coins, you can use a DEX. You can use, but this was once termed the Chinese Ethereum. The Ethereum killer was Neo. So just keep in mind, this is not some new project. This is not a meme token. This is not a token contract. This is its own blockchain. It executes smart contracts. It a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. So we'll dive more into it, guys. Just want to give you a shout out. What I'm looking at, I bought some more Neo over the weekend on the crash. I'm up on some of that on crypto.com. It let me take my gains out and move it to my Neo Line wallet where I can continue getting staking, gas generation, which I'm getting 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And like I said, I'm bullish on Neo, and we're trying to preview this because there's not one person on YouTube talking about it. You can look it up yourself. And this coin I think is going to be a 100x coin to 500 and plus dollars. All right, talk to you soon. Take care.